Hello, I'm Sheena. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Inflation Watch, where Bank of Jamaica highlights the main factors influencing price movements in Jamaica. At October 2024, headline or annual inflation, which is the general rate of increase in the prices of goods and services as measured over a 12-month period by the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, otherwise known as Statin, was 4.9%. This is great news as it reflected the seventh month during 2024 in which inflation remained within the bank's target range of 4 to 6%. Inflation in October 2024 was primarily driven by increased prices for certain food items, including fruits such as ripe bananas, oranges, pineapples, watermelons, and dried coconuts, as well as higher prices for some starchy foods like Irish potatoes, yams, plantains, and green bananas. Increased taxi fares implemented in October 2023, along with higher rental, water, and sewage rates, also contributed to price increases in October 2024. Inflation at October was lower than the 5.7% recorded at September 2024 and was substantially below the peak of 11.8% recorded in April 2022. This lower inflation at October relative to September stemmed from lower prices for vegetables, supported by a slower rate of increase in the cost of restaurants and accommodation services. The reduction in vegetable prices reflected improved supplies following the negative impact of Hurricane Beryl in July. The generally lower inflation at October compared to the peak at April 2022 and several months since then was supported by BOJ's monetary policy. On the 21st of November 2024, the bank announced the Monetary Policy Committee's decision to, number one, reduce the policy rate by 25 basis points to 6.25% per annum, effective Friday, the 22nd of November 2024. And number two, preserve relative stability in the foreign exchange market. The decision of the MPC to ease monetary policy further was based on an improvement in the inflation outlook. Now that you are aware of the factors that influenced the inflation outturn at October 2024, my co-host BJ will walk you through the process of decision-making by Bank of Jamaica's Monetary Policy Committee.
Good to see you again, BJ. I learned a lot about monetary policy, but I have a question.
You always have a question, Master.
But seriously, BJ, how BOJ decide on monetary policy? Like when to move the policy rate?
Well, the Bank of Jamaica Act, passed in Parliament in 2020, created a Monetary Policy Committee, or MPC. That committee has 5 members, 3 senior people from BOJ and 2 experts in finance and economics, appointed from outside the central bank. The BOJ governor is chairman.
Oh, so they decide?
Yes, the MPC meets 8 times a year. Before they meet, they do a detailed review of the economy and monitor inflation to see if it's too high or too low.
So that's how them know when to tighten or ease monetary policy.
That's right. The MPC use the most up-to-date macroeconomic information collected by a highly skilled team of economists at the bank to help in the review.
Macro what?
Macroeconomics. That means information on the entire economy, like inflation rate, employment, growth, and how the different sectors like agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing performing. The MPC use this information to forecast or estimate what inflation will be at least 8 quarters ahead. A quarter is every 3 months. All the time, the MPC study the things that could affect the inflation forecast.
Whew, that sounds like some serious brainstorming.
Yeah, man. Based on the recommendations from the bank's forecast and policy assessment system, a final decision is made to increase, maintain, or reduce the policy rate, or to change other monetary policy tools like liquidity or the cash reserve ratio that we talked about the last time.
That is a lot to take in, BJ.
I know. That's why we keep talking about inflation so that everybody can understand. Later, Marcia.
Thanks, BJ. And that's a wrap for Inflation Watch for October 2024. Join us again next time when Bank of Jamaica will bring you another episode of Inflation Watch, where we track inflation and explore the factors influencing price changes in Jamaica. I'm Sheena. Take care. Join us next month on Inflation Watch to see what the inflation number will be.